Hello again, everyone. Unfortunately, YouTube are at it again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just take a look at these tweets. So, from Sticks Hex and Hammer 666. Hi Team YouTube, I appeal to your decision to remove my video, which is about chemotherapy and the difference between quackery and established peer-reviewed medicine. It's on BitChute, so people can see it violates no terms of service, not even your COVID purge. And then Team YouTube reply, we understand your disapproval and will pass this along to our team for a closer look. It may take a while to get an update back due to COVID-19's impact on our workforce, but we'll let you know right away as soon as we have more details. We appreciate your patience. So this all seems fine. YouTube have screwed up in the past and have reinstated videos that didn't actually break any terms of service. It's rare, but it happens. Unfortunately, this was not one of those cases. So, from Team YouTube again. Update. We just heard back, and after carefully reviewing your video, our policy team confirmed that the video was removed for violating our misinformation community guidelines. Here's more information. So, actually having a quick look at these community guidelines, as you can see they're in front of you, nothing there says anything about misleading information. You've got things like nudity or sexual content. You've got harmful or dangerous content, which I had a look and there was nothing there about misinformation. The worst it said was, you know, if you have a video out saying that drinking bleach is good for you, they'll take it down, which is fair enough, but that's not what that video was about. I mean, honestly, the link to this page is in the description. If anyone can find anything even remotely saying no misinformation, please show it me. Because all it says is don't encourage people to do stupid things, basically, which isn't what Sticks, Hex and Hammer's video was about. His video was about basically saying that we do poison ourselves in medicine by giving out chemotherapy and things like that. Because that's what it does. It damages the body, but it's a lot better than keeping the cancer in you. And so because this video has been taken down on YouTube, you have to now watch it on BitChute, which, again, I've put the link to that in the description. It's 6 minutes long, and please, someone watch it and tell me exactly what he did wrong and exactly which guideline he broke to get it taken off YouTube. Because I watched it, looked through the guidelines, and couldn't find it, as I said. So to get back on topic, Sticks, Hex and Hammer then replied to Team YouTube saying, regrettable considering the content of the video contains unquestionably factual material. Your claim of misinformation is itself misinformation. He's got him there. For those who wish to see my improperly censored content, they can do so here and judge it for themselves. And as I said before, it's in my description. I would watch it just to see that YouTube have got no reason to actually censor that video. There is no misinformation in it whatsoever. They are being completely arbitrary and deciding what truth is. And that is incredibly scary, given that it is the most viewed video sharing website ever. They are not a platform, they are a publisher and should be treated as such. Unfortunately, they get their cake and eat it too, since YouTube takes no responsibility for any videos put up on their website, while at the same time taking the responsibility into their own hands and banning videos such as Sticks's. Donald Trump really has to do something about this, or anyone in San Francisco, for that matter. Unfortunately, this isn't the only bit of censorship that has happened this week, as BitChute point out. They told us it was about authoritative voices, but is that really the case? Professor Nut Witkowski interview removed. Now again, this interview had to be put up on Facebook because YouTube censored it. And again, it is in the description. Watch it if you want. But I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of who this guy is. So according to the Safari website, which seems to go into the past of current researchers and tells you the projects they've worked on, apparently this Nut Witkowski, PhD, is a senior research associate at Rockefeller University. He has had a past funded project called Autism Genome Project Consortium Data Reanalysis using a novel computational biostatistics approach, whatever the hell that means. And he had a Safari funded publication called A Novel Computational Biostatistics Approach Implies Impaired Dysphosphorylation of growth factors receptors as associated with severity of autism. So he seems to mainly research in autism, but given his background, he also does biostatistics. So he had a lot to say on the pandemic, it seems. Whether it's professional or not, whether it's backed by a lot of science, I can't say myself. But nevertheless, I don't think you should be censoring him, which is unfortunately exactly what YouTube did. And it seemed to come in the wake of the Rockefeller University releasing this statement. The Rockefeller University released a statement concerning Nut Witkowski. The opinions that have been expressed by Nutratowski, discouraging social distancing in order to hasten the development of herd immunity to the novel coronavirus, does not represent the views of the Rockefeller University, its leadership, or its faculty. Nutratowski has previously employed by Rockefeller as a biostatistician and has never held the title of professor at Rockefeller. Well, I don't think he ever claimed that. And even if he did, I already found that information out through Google, which thank God for that, I suppose. However, this does not give YouTube reason to take the video down. This is pure censorship. His ideas aren't necessarily wrong, from what I can tell. They are just a lot more risky. And ultimately, at this point anyway, most people are listening to the government, and those that aren't are protesting anyway in America with big old guns. But ultimately, this is becoming a massive issue, and unfortunately it's not just stuck to YouTube. But luckily, something exciting has just been tweeted out as I am making this video. But first, I need you to watch this clip from Michelle Malkin, provided by America First, because she absolutely nails it on the head with this clip. So take a listen.
And I have to say that these days, I'm not merely worried about my ability to do that and my fellow patriots to be able to do that. I'm terrified. I've witnessed friends and allies stripped of their platforms and their reputations and their voices. Some can no longer communicate on social media. When I planted my little flag in the social media world on the internet almost 20 years ago, I never thought that I'd have to wake up one day and wonder if my entire website was going to be unplugged because of an opinion that I expressed. And yet, there are many of my friends and allies, your compatriots, who not only can no longer communicate on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook or Instagram, but who also can no longer gather peacefully at hotel conferences to discuss their ideas. Still others are now forbidden from doing business with their banks, their payment processors, online retailers, and even ride-sharing services. There is no more safe space that we can feel that we are guaranteed the right to communicate our ideas with each other, not in restaurants, not at homes. And you've seen over the last couple of years since Donald Trump took office that there are many elected officials in Washington, D.C. who can no longer walk on the streets without a threat or risk of violence to themselves or their family.
She is absolutely right. It does seem that the entire world is against conservatives at this point, because whenever there's an issue in a restaurant or something like that, it's a conservative getting attacked. But does that make it to the news? Absolutely not. It only makes it to Fox, which unfortunately for a lot of people is a laughing stock. But she also makes the point about social media. It's entirely controlled in like 1 square kilometre of San Francisco. And it's absolutely unbelievable. And she does mention Donald Trump by name. And what does Donald Trump do? He makes this tweet. The radical left is in total command and control of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google. The administration is working to remedy this illegal situation. Stay tuned and send names and events. Thank you, Michelle. So this honestly did happen while I was making the video. And it's a good thing that I mentioned before Donald Trump should do something about it, because I mean, the man's just tweeted this out. I mean, that's already probably going to affect the stock market for the social media companies. Because ultimately, as I said before, they're all having their cake and eating it. They can all take responsibility and curate exactly what can go on their platform, or in most cases can't go on their platform, while at the same time taking absolutely no responsibility when illegal things are put up on their websites. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're covered on all angles. So hopefully Donald Trump will do something about that. But unfortunately, in the meantime, we still have to live under the tyranny of the Ministry of Truth from YouTube, among other social media platforms. Hopefully, they won't extract my video and ban it, due to me criticising them and essentially calling them, backhandedly up till now anyway, massive cunts. So, thank you, YouTube. You are doing the absolute worst thing you can in stopping the market of ideas. Yes, we may be in a global pandemic, and yes, we do need correct information as soon as possible, but unfortunately, if you censor information, even if it's wrong, nobody can criticise it. You just drag it underground, and now people are going to trust BitChute more than you, unfortunately. But, well, that's everything I had for you today. So, as usual, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.